Hi guys, thank you for being here today. Today we are going to talk about climate justice, and let's begin. Everyone is equal and has the same rights according to the law. Okay, but what if, in terms of climate justice, this assertion is only partially true? Okay, guys, let's talk about some concepts or definitions to understand our topic. Let's begin. Climate change. For 200 years ago, the impact of human activity on the environment has caused a dramatic change in weather patterns. Fires, floods, droughts, and poor air quality are just a few ways that people can notice it. Climate justice. Climate justice advocates preventing or seeking solutions to climate change with an approach that benefits the most vulnerable groups or communities, who are forced to suffer much more drastically from the effects of climate change. Vulnerable people. As the most vulnerable groups, we must understand those subjects who, due to race, gender, and low incomes, have less capacity to face climate change, lower responsibility. People who don't directly or mostly contribute to climate change by simply being alive bear less responsibility. Next generation. We have to make some decision right now, not for you, not only for me, it's about for the next generations. Okay, let's talk about the concept of biggest culprit. Despite the denial of some people, climate change is a reality. Even if your homeland is one of the biggest culprits, you won't notice climate change if you come from a powerful country. However, what happens to the most vulnerable people? To describe the effects of climate change, two extremes are used: floods and droughts. Today, we are going to learn about two phases of climate change. The first is the Netherlands, and its floods and how it deals with them, and on the other hand, due to the droughts, the Wayuu indigenous people are dying of thirst in Colombia. This is our first example. It is called Dutch mobile barriers. It is based on a CBS News report and describes how the Dutch people have created movable flood defense since 1997. A whole nation is protected from floods because of technology and financial investment. It is impressive how technology and investment of large sums of money translate into protection for the Dutch people. Having mobile barriers in the ocean is the best way to protect yourself from floodings. And this is our second example, and is related about the droughts. Let's begin. Indigenous villages of the Wayuu people in Colombia were impacted by global climate trends that resulted in droughts, poor government policies in Colombia, and the privilege of mining firms. They are badly impacted despite being vulnerable communities because they lack access to water for themselves. People in the Colombian Guajira are dying. This is the other side. In the year 2023, indigenous people are dying in Colombia because they don't have water. A drought impacts them more. It is horrible to see your family die of thirst and malnutrition. So, being that way, what is climate justice? It is vulnerable people with the least responsibility. We are making them suffer from climate change. They don't have the same tools to be able to face it. What do we have to do? We have to seek to prevent the damage and additionally distribute the burden from ourselves and for future generations. In terms of climate change, climate justice refers to making decisions that will assist the nation or communities that are most at risk. All people are equal in the eyes of the Human Rights Universal Declaration. This claim is proven wrong when, due to a lack of climate justice, a flood doesn't harm those who can afford to build mobile barriers, but In a different latitude, a drought causes the Guayú indigenous community in Colombia, Guajira to die of thirst. Guys, I want to leave you with a reflection that will answer my initial question, and it's: all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. Yet, when it comes to the effects of climate change, there has been nothing but chronic injustice and the corrosion of human rights. Thank you very much.